Your Grand Island, Hastings, and Kearney local forecast with meteorologist Kit Kloinger.
Well, taking a live look outside of Lincoln right now across our viewing area, we've had a lot of haze early this morning and still sticking around. A few cumulus clouds popping up over Lincoln, but we've actually got a good bit of haze that's really been sticking around. Like I said, we had a beautiful sunrise because of it. It had a lot of reds coming through that smoke, but this is actually smoke from some of the wildfires off on the west coast. We'll talk a little bit more about that in just a moment, but looking at the current conditions for the Tri-Cities right now, we're into the upper 70s. We have been warming up since our lows this morning. We're in the mid 60s, so a little bit cooler off to our north as well. We had some 50-degree temperatures around Broken Bow and Ord and a couple of other places as well. But the winds are very calm today. So they're not going to be blowing around very much, so that keeps the air from mixing up, and so we have all of that smoke starting to settle into the lower levels of the atmosphere. So it's going to be a little bit of a lesser good air quality day than it has been in recent days. Afternoon planner now, we are going to be seeing those temperatures warming up fairly quickly into the afternoon, but it's not going to be quite as hot as it was yesterday. We got up to around 94 degrees in Grand Island, mid-90s across for the rest of the state as well, but we're only going to be in the mid and upper 80s for our highs, and notice that those winds remain very calm, so this haze isn't really going to be going anywhere over the next couple of hours this afternoon. Next few days, though, we are going to be seeing those temperatures remain in the 80s for highs, just a few degrees above average, but not a bad weekend coming up. We've got Kool-Aid Days coming up, as well as the Perseid meteor shower coming up overnight as we head through the next couple of days. So you just head out, look north. It's going to be great viewing conditions as we do have that new moon, and it's going to be very clear in the skies. Then as we start off next week, couldn't call for better timing for this rain to come in on Tuesday and Wednesday possibly, and even a little bit on late Monday as well. So that'll actually mediate this little bit of a dry spell we've had over the past couple of days. Current temperatures at this hour, we already have 81 degrees in North Platte, 78 for Grand Island, and Hastings at 77, and off towards Lincoln already at 81 degrees. So a little bit of a spread in those temperatures right now, but we'll see them continue to warm as we head into the afternoon. Heat index not going to be as much of a factor today since the temperatures aren't going to be as hot as they were yesterday. But one thing that is a factor, like I've been saying, all those wildfires off towards the west coast, they're actually putting up a lot of smoke, and the ones in California are the largest in state history. Hundreds of thousands of acres have been burned, and all of that smoke is getting mixed up into the jet stream going up into Canada and pulling back down around this central high pressure off towards the western states, and that's bringing it right down here into central Nebraska. So that's going to be one thing that we will be seeing over the next couple of days possibly if that jet stream pattern holds up. 80s across the south right now and 70s here in the center part of the United States. So a little bit of a spread in those temperatures, but not anything unusual for this time of the year. Still a little bit dry off towards the southeast of the Hastings area, just abnormally dry, not quite a drought, but we could use some rain, which like we saw on the 7-day forecast, we'll be getting that a little bit later next week rather than this weekend. Futurecast, we are going to be seeing it fairly clear as we head over the next couple of days. It's not going to be any rain, like I said, so unfortunately we're not going to mediate that little bit of a dry spell to the south of the Tri-Cities area, but as we head through the day today, our highs will be around the 90-degree mark, a little bit warmer off towards the west, which is pretty typical here in the Tri-Cities area. We're going to be seeing those temperatures a little bit above average. Average temperatures right now are in the mid-80s, and we'll be in the upper 80s for our highs, so mostly sunny conditions, and just keep in mind that little bit of haze. People with asthma might want to take it easy outside today, so that smoke might irritate the lungs a little bit.
Figured that was going to catch up with us eventually.
Yeah, it's been one thing that we've sort of seen on the satellites. It's been moving around, and now it's finally got to us.
All righty, sounds good. Thanks a lot, Kit. We're going to be